Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to historic Virgin Park for tonight's conference varsity baseball game between the Gilbert Tigers and your own Carroll Tigers. Carroll High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at our activities. Please encourage players and coaches with positive comments and respect the decisions of the umpires. What you do and say reflects on your team, school, and community. Please enjoy the game by being a good sport. Now let's introduce the starters for tonight's game. First, for the visiting team, the Gilbert Tigers. Leading off, number 2, Tommy McGuire, playing center field. Batting second, right fielder, number 12, Aiden Short. Batting third, first baseman, number 30, Trip Sturgill. Hitting in the cleanup spot tonight, shortstop, number 10, Ian Eldred. Catching and hitting fifth, number 15, Blake Bell. Hitting sixth tonight, third baseman, number 20, Matt Zaz. Batting seventh, second baseman, number 6, Josh Browwinkle. Pitching tonight, number 27, Michael Leva. And batting ninth, left fielder number 3, Brayden Howard. The Gilbert Tigers are coached by Jake Gall. Now the starting lineup for your Carroll Tigers. Leading off and doing the pitching tonight, number 3, Jackson Gross. In second, shortstop, number 2, Stone Siebenoller. Catching tonight, number 12, Carter Essick. Batting fourth, third baseman, number 11, Landon Peterson. Hitting in the 5 spot tonight, right fielder, number 6, Trey Tassel. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 17, Braxton Liu. Hitting seventh tonight, second baseman, number 4, Carson Tedrow. Batting eighth, our designated hitter, number 9, Talon Crandall. Allen is batting for number 13, center fielder, Mason Stitz. And batting left fielder, number 1, Chase Schable. The Tigers are coached by Coach Josh Lugan. Please welcome the umpires for tonight, Mr. Rod Bird and Mr. Nick Lucas. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag for the playing of the national anthem.
evening, everybody, and welcome to Historic Merchants Park here this evening. My name is Jackson Kerrigan, and tonight we bring you varsity baseball action between your home team, Carroll Tigers, and the visiting Gilbert Tigers. As we take a look here at the Gilbert Tigers, Gilbert is 5-3 on the season, 5th in the conference, with their last win coming in a doubleheader on the 2nd against North Polk, who is the former state champion last year and also debuting their new field on Monday. So very good win there for the Tigers on the road. And as we look over here at the home team Carroll Tigers, the Tigers are 3-3. They're last in the conference, and their last game was a loss was back-to-back losses and a doubleheader against Ballard 2 days ago here at Merchants Park. So the Tigers trying to pick up a win here and try to make this a little bit more competitive and try to bounce back in their season. And if you're Gilbert, you just want to keep the momentum going here. As we take a look here at the field, the Tigers have Jackson Gross on the mound, his first start of the season, with Carter Essick behind the plate. Then at third base, Landon Peterson, short Siebenaller, second baseman Carson Tedrow, and then over at first base, Braxton Liu. And then you take a look out at the boys in the outfield is Chase Schabel, Mason Stitz, and Trey Tassel. And DHing tonight is Talon Crandall. He'll be DHing for the center fielder, Mason Stitz. And as we look here at the Gilbert Tigers, leading off for them, Tommy McGuire, the center fielder. Then batting second for them is the right fielder, Alden Shorts. Batting third for them, the third baseman, Tripp Sturgill. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Ian Eldred. Batting fifth for the Tigers is Blake Bell, the catcher. Batting sixth, Matt Zoss, the third baseman. Seventh for the Tigers is the second baseman, Josh Grauwinkle. Eighth is Michael Yeva, the pitcher. And then batting ninth, the left fielder, Braden Howard. As the first pitch to McGuire is in there for strike one. So Gross gets the early advantage here on the mound with the first pitch of the game. And the 0-1 pitch is bunted high in the air. Peterson giving it chase, dives and just misses it. So McGuire will be safely at first. Peterson almost had that one. It kind of hit off his wrist when he dove for the ball. And it will be scored a hit here. So McGuire with the bailout there as Peterson's not able to come up with it. Now batting second is the right fielder, Alden Short, the big bat.
Here comes Alden Short, had a majestic home run to kick off the doubleheader.
And the first pitch to Short is outside as Essick takes a look over at first and does not decide to throw over.
Short's numbers on the year, 344 average, has 8 RBIs.
Short batting 344, leading the team with 8 ribbies on the year.
The wind was really blowing out on Monday night.
And as we look here, it's a calm, no wind here at Merchants Park. I think we're about mid to early 60s as that one's in there for strike one. As the count's now 2 balls, 1 strike.
Carroll ran into the buzzsaw Ballard Bombers. They got off to a white-hot 8-1 start.
And the 2-1 is just high on the curve, not able to get it to come down, and it brings the count now 3-1.
These Carroll Tigers got swept on Tuesday against Ballard. They were going to play King County last
Gross rocks, fires, and that is popped high into the air. Tedrow giving chase, and Tassel's going to call him off, and he'll make the easy catch, so McGuire will have to scamper back to first base, and that will be out number 1. Number 30, Tripp Sturgill, the first baseman, batting tonight in the 3-hole. As Gross takes a look at the runner at first, and pitch is in there for a swinging strike one. Gross really utilizing the off speed here, mixing in some fastballs, but we're really utilizing the changeup in the curve early to kind of get these guys out early as the runner takes off, and there'll be no throw by Essick there, so McGuire will be gifted the stolen base there. And the count brings it now 0-2 with 1 out and 1 on. Gross looking for the K here as that swung on and fouled over to the third baseline.
I believe that is Tommy's fourth steal on the year. Let me fact check that.
Gross checking McGuire over at second base as he'll throw it home. And that one swung on and grounded to third. Peterson gloves it, now fires over to first, and will get the out. Yeah, good little chopper there. Peterson able to sit back and wait on it, and then make sure that McGuire wasn't going to take off on the throw, and then throws it over to first for the out.
Gilbert's had a hot bat over the last week or so.
So the junior shortstop, Ian Eldred, will bat the cleanup here for Gilbert tonight, with McGuire still on second base and 2 out here in the top of the first. And the first pitch to him is just catching the corner. Good frame there by Essick to get the strike 1. Second pitch to Eldred is high for ball 1. Gross pretty consistent here, mixing in balls and strikes. I think he's throwing more strikes than balls, but everybody's been kind of swinging at most of what he's been throwing. Gross checks McGuire over at first, decides to not throw home, is grounded to third to Peterson. Peterson gloves, fires it over, and that ends the inning. So Gilbert gets 1 hit and strands McGuire at second, and we head to the bottom of the first. Score still 0-0 here at Merchants Park.
Leading off for the Tigers, pitcher number 3, Jackson Gross.
So after a pretty solid inning, the pitcher Jackson Gross will step up to the plate to lead off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first. And on the bump is the sophomore pitcher Micah Yeva. And he'll be throwing to Blake Bell, the catcher. And the first pitch to Gross is inside and did not go through. So that'll be ball 1.
For ball number 1. Micah took a tough loss back on Friday at Norwalk. 4 innings pitched, only gave up the 1 run.
Second one is also inside and up there for ball 2.
Micah had a rough first inning. I believe it was single walk.
Steven Aller, the shortstop, on deck here for the Tigers. He'll bat second as the 2-0 is called on the outside, strike 1. Good frame there by the catcher Bell. And the 2-1 pitch is in the dirt, so the count will go 3 balls, 1 strike here to Jackson Grove with nobody on and nobody out.
Looks like he's trying to nibble here again to start.
And the 3-1 is in the dirt. So Gross will work the leadoff walk here for the Tigers as he'll trot down to first baseman, or trot down to first. The senior shortstop, Stone Siebenoller, will take the plate here for the Tigers with 1 on and nobody out in the bottom of the first. as Gross gets kind of a short lead off first there. Maybe he'll extend it out as Yevo works from the stretch here and fires it home. And the first pitch to Siebenaller is a called strike one.
Micah is batting in the 8th spot tonight when it's his turn. Tigers will have 5, 6, 7 due up at the top of the second.
Yeva gets the sign, sets himself, checks the runner, fires, swung on and fouled back to the screen. So that'll bring the count now. No balls and 2 strikes to Stone Siebenaller.
Stone is down 0-2. Micah allowed 3 hits and 3 walks in his 4 innings.
The 0-2 to Siebenaller is swung on and grounded to short. This could be 2. Throw over second and not in time at first.
And that took a brutal bounce off that.
As that'll bounce off the first baseman Sturgill. It definitely caught him up in the head area. Seems to be all right, so. And I think that's an error, right? Yeah.
6-4 Filou's choice to get the outside.
So Siebenaller reach on the fielder short, and now the catcher Carter Essex steps to the plate here, batting in the 3-hole tonight for the Tigers, and the first pitch to him is in the dirt. A good stop there by Bell, able to get his glove out there and not let it go to the backstop. But it is ball 1 to Essex, as Siebenaller gets a decent lead off first over there as he gets the sign from Coach Josh Lucan. And the 1-0 pitch to Essex is called strike 1. Let's take a look at the softball field as the Tigers trail Gilbert 6-0 in the 5th inning over there. As Tigers kind of had a rough year so far, trying to pick it up here. Definitely don't have the numbers this year as well, but hopefully they can kind of turn it around this year.
I love this area here. You've got rec field to the right. You've got softball.
And the 1-2 pitch is. I'm not sure if that was a ball or a strike, as the umpire Nate Lucas stepped out of the way. So I'm going to go with it's ball 2. So that's 2-2 to Carter Essex, as Stone Siebenaller will steal second base on that one on the pass. Essex looking to give the Tigers the first hit of the game, as that one shot into center, shallow center. Easy for McGuire there, and he will record the second out of the inning.
So man on second with 2 away.
For the Tigers, third baseman, number 11, Landon Peterson.
Third baseman Landon Peterson back to the cleanup here tonight for Coach Lucan's Tigers, as he's got Siebenaller on second and 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Peterson, not the greatest of batting averages this year, but normally gets on by walker, hit by pitch. Seems like this year is that one swung in a deep, shallow center, but McGuire will get there to record the out. So Tigers strand Siebenaller at second on no hits. And we will move to the second inning with the Tigers, with both Tiger teams still tied 0-0.
Leading off the top of the second for Gilbert, number 15, catcher Blake Bell.
0-0 tie here in the top of the second here at Merchants Park. As now
glad to have 10 of you here with us here on Tiger Broadcast.
the catcher Blake Bell will step up to the plate here to face Jackson Gross in the top of the second. And the first pitch to him is a high changeup for strike one.
On the offensive side, 292 average, 452 on base, 5 RBI.
Bell batting almost 300 this year. One of the better hitters for the Tigers is Gross not able to get the call on that one upstairs for ball one.
Had 2 towering doubles in that doubleheader. The wind definitely helped carry that a little bit.
And the 1-1 pitch is high in its side up by Bell's head there, so that'll be a ball running down 2 balls, 1 strike.
Matt Zaz awaits on deck. He's been an on-base king start this year. 522 on base.
And the 2-1 pitch is swung on and grounded to third. Peterson not able to handle it, and he'll pick it up, but there will be no throw, so that'll be an error by Peterson.
Peterson's been very busy over there at first. They're going to score a hit. It was hit.
Actually, they're going to score that a hit. And the courtesy runner for Bell is Joey Pyfron.
Here comes Joey Pyfron running at first.
Pyfron, will run for Bell over at first. As now the third baseman, Matt Zaz, steps in here with 1 on and nobody out here in the top of the second. And the throw over early is not there. As Gross thought he was going to get a little sneaky pick off there before the AB starts, but not able to get it.
And was well behind Zaz when it went off the bat.
That's something you don't see every day, folks. That ball was way behind Matt Zaz, but where his bat was sitting on the shoulders, it was able to clip him, so it's going to be a foul ball, unfortunately. And that one is swung on and ground to third. This could be 2. Over to second. Tedrow to first. Glove by Lou, and that's a double play.
That's a tough run for Zaz.
Tigers turn 2. There's Peterson over to Tedrow and over to Lou there. And there's now 2 away. As the second baseman, Josh Grauwinkle, steps in here. And the first pitch to him from Gross is in there on the bottom corner with a changeup for strike one.
That was pretty cold to start the year. Found the last few games. 150 average, 320.
The 0-1 pitch to Grauwinkle is outside for ball one. On deck is Yeva, the pitcher. He bats in the 8th spot here tonight.
Coach Gall pointed out in our preseason interview. Here's the 1-1.
And the 1-1 is swung on and caught by Jake Gall there, the third base and the head coach for the Gilbert Tigers. Nice snag there, Coach Gall.
That was a nice catch from Coach Gall. That was awesome.
And the 1-2 pitch after that amazing play by the Coach Gall is in the dirt, even in the count 2-2.
Coach Gall, I'm sure, has definitely seen some screamers in his day.
That definitely might make the highlight tape for Coach Gall there, as that one's also over to him, but just outside. Not able to make the play on that one, as that one goes out of play.
Really fun to be around. It's had some nice humor over there at third base. We're trying to find some.
And the 2-2 pitch is high, so even the count at full.
Footage of Coach Gall doing a Michael Jackson dance move that was caught on screen during the Knoxville game last week.
And the full count pitch is called. Strike 3 inside. So Gross gets him on the K there to end the inning. And we're still not at 0-0, headed into the bottom of the second.
Here at Merchants Park.
Go one side.
Tassel, the right fielder, will lead it off here for the Tigers as the first pitch to him is in the dirt from Yeva for ball one. Braxton Lou, the first baseman, on deck. And Carson Tedrow, the second baseman, in the hole for the Tigers. As if you're just now tuning in, you missed Coach Gall, the Gilbert's head coach. You missed a line drive right at him that he made a great snag on just out of our camera shots from both us and Gilbert's stream, as they have a young man here with us tonight. And the 1-1 pitch to Tassel is just below Tassel's knees there for ball two.
Tassel's numbers on the year 2, he averaged 400 on base and 3 runs batted in. He has started all 6 games.
And the 2-1 to Tassel is outside, so that'll bring the count 3 balls, 1 strike to Trey Tassel.
He walked Jackson Gross to lead off the first. Braxton Lou, the first base.
3-1 is fouled back to the screen. So that'll bring the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Trey Tassel. And the payoff is inside. Tassel doesn't like it, but it is a called strike 3 there. Yeah, Tassel kind of jumped back thinking it was inside, but just catches the edge there for the strikeout, and there's one away for Braxton Lou. Braxton Lou batting in the 6th hole tonight as that first pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Carson Tedrow on deck, and then the DH Talon Crandall, who bats for Mason Stitz tonight. As that one is swung on and missed there by Lou, as that evens count 1 ball, 1 strike. So you look at the field here. Infield playing him straight up with the outfield kind of playing in a little bit more, especially McGuire in center as Lou swings and misses at that one. The payoff pitch from Micah Yeva is called strike 3 on the outside. So back-to-back batters down on strikes here, as now the second baseman, junior Carson Tedrow, will step up to the plate here.
Carson Tedrow will give it a whirl to Micah struck out 4 batters in a row back on Friday.
Tedrow kind of in on the plate as he shows bunt, but pulls back, and that's going to be in there for strike 1.
This glove is making all the right moves tonight.
The 1-0 pitch to Tedrow. Infield in at the corners, and that one's in there for strike 2. Good frame there by Bell.
And Michael Leva strike out the side in the second.
Yeva looking for 3 in a row, and that one's swung on and missed for strike 3. So Yeva puts him down on strikes as we head to the top of the 3rd. Gilbert 0, Carroll 0 here on Tiger Vision at historic Merchants Park.
You got a pitcher's duel at Merchants Park.
Leading off the top of the 3rd for the Gilbert Tigers, pitcher number 27, Micah Leva.
The 3rd.
So Gilbert will send their 8, 9, and 1 hitters up here with Yeva the pitcher to lead off. Gross still throwing a pretty good game here, only giving up 2 hits as the first pitch is on the outside for strike 1. As the home plate umpire Nurse is kind of giving the catcher some lenience here with the frame, definitely giving them the outside, as that one swung on and missed for strike 2. And the payoff pitch from Gross is swung on and foul back to the backstop here. Gross really working his off-speed pitches here, and it's really working out for him. As Gross shakes off the signs from Essick. And now he'll set and fire. That one swung on into shallow right. Tedrow and Tassel giving chase, and Tassel dives and not able to get there as Yeva will reach on a hit. They're going to rule it as a hit. So Yeva gets there on the missed dive there by the right fielder Trey Tassel, and it will drop in for a hit. That was a hard run for both Tassel and Tedrow, as it was kind of in the corner there between them. And the outfield's kind of playing back here against Gilbert. Thought they would be playing a little bit more in. So Tassel, what a great effort to get there, just not able to capitalize on it. As now the 9-hole hitter here for the Tigers is Braden Howard, the left fielder. And the first pitch to him is inside ball one, as he showed bunt.
Single king, Mr. Hustle, track star of the Tigers. Already has 5 hits and 5.
Peterson playing in on the corner, waiting for the bunt. As that one's high for ball 2. Howard, one of the more faster guys on this team, looking to lay down a bunt and beat it out here and try to advance the runner. I think that's obviously the main goal here, is just try to advance Yeva, but also getting on base here would be nice. It's Taylor Dukes at first, who came in the courtesy run. The sophomore, as that one is fouled back on the bunt for strike 1.
Tommy McGuire had an interesting bunt single to lead off this game. It was popped up toward third base, but Peterson, Carroll, did not make catch.
And now Peterson will drop back now. He'll step up, shows bunt, and that one's on the outside for 3-1.
Trying to keep the line moving for Tommy, who's on deck in the top of the order. That one single and then swipe to the back. Great jump.
Gross working from the stretch, fires, and that one's in the dirt. So Howard will work the 4-pitch walk here.
With blazing speed on the base paths.
As now there's 2 of the quicker guys for this Gilbert team on base, as Howard's now on first and Yeva on second. As now we're back to the top of the order for Gilbert, as Tommy McGuire, the center fielder, will step up with a bunt infield single in his first at bat, as now the corner's in and he'll try to bunt, but he will bunt it foul for strike 1. Reached up there to try and get it, but went up and just tipped it off his bat and foul.
Tommy ran wild on Monday, had 2 triples.
And looks like umpire Nick Lucas is kind of talking with everybody. He's talking to McGuire there, thinking he might have stepped over the line, and then also Essick for being too far forward. And the 1-0 is swung on and fouled to the third base side and out of play into the parking lot. So that'll bring the count to no balls and 2 strikes on McGuire here, with runners on first and second, nobody out. And the 0-2 is swung on and ripped down the first baseline and fair. Dukes waved her, and actually he'll stop at third. Gall stops him at third, doesn't let him go around, so that'll be... So the bases are juiced here after the hits by McGuire. As that brings up Alden Short here with bases juiced. As Lou is in on the corner, but he'll back up, and the first pitch to Short is high for ball 1. Gilbert looking to capitalize on this one. Great advantage here, as that one's in the dirt, and that'll bring the count to 2 balls and no strikes on Short.
Left field pole is 326, left center is 362. Close to center field is 398, right center is 358, and the right field pole is 322.
And the 2-0 pitch. And that hit him, so that'll advance the runners, and that'll be the first run of the game.
Not how you draw it up, but you certainly can appreciate it.
So Gross definitely frustrated after that, as Dukes will advance home, and that'll be the first run of the game. As now the first baseman, Trip Sturgill, will come to bat here with bases juiced once again, and nobody out here in the inning.
That's the first earned run given up by Jackson Gross this year.
And the first pitch is in the dirt. Essick able to block it as he'll check over at third and make sure that Howard did not try to take off, as he'll step back over to third. And the 1-1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a called strike one.
Glad to see you folks at home are enjoying the view tonight. We have 18 viewers on. Big thanks to
Nobody
Bob
out,
for
runners on every base, force
texting
out at
and
home.
checking in. That one misses down low.
And that one's downstairs for ball two.
She checks in every game she can. Lets me know if she can hear me talking into the ether of the internet. Sometimes I forget to unmute my mic.
Gross's 2-1 pitch is on the outside, called strike two.
This is a really nice view here on Meteor Row. It was just installed here at Merchants Park.
And the payoff pitch for Gross is high. That one's shot down the line, but it is foul, and it hits the fence. Definitely would have been extra bases there. Not if it would have got out, it would have barely gotten out off the wall there. But Gross thankful that didn't stay fair, as now he gets another chance to try to get the out here. And his payoff pitch is swung on and fouled over the first base side. Lou giving chase and can't get there. So it will stay 2 balls and 2 strikes to Trip Sturgill. Gross working from the windup, fires it home, and it hits Sturgill there on, I think, the shin. Unless, did it hit the dirt? I'm not sure. Nope. I think there's Coach Paul is arguing that he wasn't over the plate, because that's what. And umpire Lucas says that he was over the plate. Yeah, they're gonna say that he stepped over. They're gonna say he stepped over and towards the plate there. And the 3-2, and that's swung on to short. That could be 2. Siebenoller over to Tedrow, now to first, and not in time. So that'll be a fielder's choice, and that'll get a run there.
Tigers, the Gilbert Tigers, have 2 on the board.
Now batting for Gilbert, shortstop, number 10, Ian Eldred.
So runners on the corners here for Ian Aldred, the shortstop, with 1 away here in the inning.
Ian Eldred with runners on the corners and 1 away. I feel like I put a lot more on top of the scorebook.
And the first pitch is shot into right field. Tassel having to give chase and dives and missed it again. That's going to score 1 there. Tassel gets it, throws it into Lou, and Eldred will end up at second. As McGuire is going to score on the air. Wow, Carroll just kind of collapsing here in the third, not able to make the easy plays. As that's Tassel's second one that he's missed, as wasn't able to read that ball as he stepped back at first, but then he kind of hustled forward and dove for it and missed again. So 1 away with runners in scoring position and Lou in on the corner. As now here comes the catcher, Blake Bell. And that one is inside on the first pitch for ball one. Bell 1 for 1 on the night with a single for Gilbert. And second pitch to him is swung on and hit up the middle for a base hit. That'll score one. Here comes Eldred. He will score here. So that'll be 5-0 for Gilbert on a 2 RBI double for Blake Bell.
With the bat to start this year. Still only one out. Here comes Matt Zaz. Joey Python, courtesy run first.
Joey Python will come out and courtesy run again for Blake Bell. As Gross definitely frustrated right now. As he's doing the best he can. I mean, some of the fielding hasn't been the best, but that was just a solid hit there by Bell right up the middle with the infield in. As that first pitch is inside, but it's called strike one on Zaz. As he shakes his head in frustration, but steps back into the box. Second pitch to him is fouled back and out of play. So I'll bring the count to no balls and 2 strikes.
5 runs, 4 earned on Gross.
And that 0-2 pitch is in the dirt and outside for ball one. Good stop by Carter Essick, not letting that go back to the backstop and allowing Python to advance to second. As Gross's 1-2 pitch is swung on and shot to short, and Siebenthaler can't come up with it. As Siebenthaler could have had the double play there, as Python took off thinking it was an easy hit, and Siebenthaler thought he had the easy catch. But Siebenthaler's not going to come up with it, so it'll be ruled a hit. So Zaz will end up on first and Python on second, with still only 1 out in the inning.
Interesting hits for the Tigers tonight.
As now the second baseman, Josh Grauwinkle, will step up to the plate here with runners on first and second and 1 out. And the first pitch to him is high for ball one.
Not seeing any action in the Carroll bullpen.
Gross trying to get out of this one here and trying to limit the damage as much as he can here, as the 1-0 pitch is dropped on the inside for strike one. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, hit into left field, and the left fielder, Schabel, will end up making the catch there for 2 outs. As now the pitcher, Michael Yela, will step back up to the plate here with 2 away.
Let's see if Micah can help his own cause here. Had a single his last time.
Yeva trying to keep the inning going and trying to get a couple runs and a base hit here for the Tigers. As that first pitch swinging, and that's popped up in the air. Peterson calls off Gross, and that will end the inning. So the Tigers get 5, and Gross gives up 4 hits here, and the Tigers strand 2 here, as Gilbert leads your home team Carroll Tigers 5-0 headed into the bottom of the third. Take a quick moment here to thank you to all of our sponsors for the 24-25 season. Thank you to all of our sponsors for supporting all Carroll events and activities this year. Thank you to Brinks Exteriors, the CHS Foundation, Culvers of Carroll, I Saw the Sign, Lawns Perfected, Motor Inn of Carroll, Practical Farmers of Iowa, Sean Haluska, Edward Jones, St. Anthony Orthopedics, the Carroll Tiger Booster Club, United Bank of Iowa, Wasted Grain, and Western Iowa Networks. This live stream is also brought to you by Tiger Vision and the student run team here at Carroll High, all student run, with everything on the online part and the streaming part. As the first pitch swung on and popped up in the air for Crandall. And Yeva will call off everybody and make the catch for out number 1. So the 9-hitter Chase Shable, the left fielder, will bat here with 1 away in the bottom of the inning. Yeva still pitching a perfect game here as that one's inside, and that hits Shable, but the umpire says that it didn't. So it'll be ball 1 as he thought it grazed him, but the home plate umpire says no. So Shable will step back in here. And the 0-1 pitch to him is outside for ball 2.
7:38 p.m. local time here in Carroll.
2-0 to Shable is in the dirt, so that'll run the count on 3 balls and no strikes to Chase Shable.
74 degrees, partly high. It feels like 73. Some air quality warnings in the area. I'm needing to look up what
The sky is definitely looking still pretty blue, but a little hazy with the clouds as that one's in there for strike 1.
in Indiana calling for the Northern League 2 years ago.
So take a look at the temp here. It's 75, feels like 75, and probably by the end of this game it'll be down to around 67 degrees here, no wind.
Nothing to get through. We couldn't even stream that night. There was no internet.
As we look later in the week, we're supposed to get some rain this weekend, and that's off the glove of Yeva. Shable hustling, fair hand by Eldred as misses, and it'll get away as Shable tries for second, and there'll be no throw, so that'll be the first error of the night for Gilbert. As Shable will advance to second there. Good hustle there by Chase Shable, and then awareness there. Able to get himself over to second on the air. So 1 away here in the inning as we're back to top of the order with Jackson Gross with Shable on second base. And actually they're going to score that a hit there. So perfect game and no hitter gone for Yeva as the first pitch to Gross is swung on and missed there on the fastball for strike 1.
Gross drew a walk to start the Carroll offensive effort tonight.
Gross walked his first at bat, and that one swung on and fouled out of play towards the first base side. A souvenir for a young fan who wants to chase that down in the parking lot. And the 0-2 is high as Gross ducks and decides not to wear it off the dome. Probably not the smartest idea to wear it off the head. So probably the smarter idea is just to duck and take ball 1. And the 1-2 pitch is downstairs and inside, so that'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to leadoff hitter Jackson Gross.
64 ground out for him last time.
Yeva's payoff pitch is swung on, and that'll be looped out into right, and it'll be caught by Alden Short there running in, and that'll be out number 2. So with 2 out and Shable on second, the shortstop Stone Siebenthaler will step up to the plate here to try to start a 2-out rally here. The Tigers still trail 5-0. As the first pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Gets stopped by Bell.
2-0 loss to the Norwalk Warriors back on Friday. Offense just didn't quite have it.
And the 1-0 pitch to Siebenthaler, and that gets in on the elbow. So actually, it might have got him on the hand. So Siebenthaler will go to first as he's kind of shaking up there, holding his hand. So hopefully he is okay and able to continue.
Number 12.
So we will get one more up to bat here for the Tigers, as now the 3-hole hitter Carter Estick will step to the plate with 2 on, as Coach Josh Lucan gives the sign to both the runners and Essick.
Tigers infield doesn't need to do anything fancy here. Closest base should do it. I think the umpire wants the bat out of the way. Carroll on deck, circle off of your screen.
Back set as we're trying to get some equipment cleaned up and set. And now Essex steps in here, and the first pitch to him is in the dirt, and that'll go to the backstop. So Shable will advance to third and Siebenauer to second, and that'll be the first ball. As now Bell trots back with Yeva, trying to have a quick talk with him and try to encourage his young pitcher here. Both younger guys. Bell's just a junior and Yeva only a sophomore. So back now, 1-0 pitch. And that one's outside for ball 2.
No action in either bullpen. Jackson Gross got knocked around for 5 in the top of the inning.
And the 2-0 is swung on and lined over to short, and that's a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Siebenauer. That gets away, and Essick will try for 2. The throw down is not in time, and Essick will get the 2 RBI base hit with 2 away.
2-run hits.
Good job by Essick to turn on that high pitch and line it just past the shortstop Eldred and into left field. And Howard was not able to pick it up right away, as that allowed Essick to advance to second, as now Coach Jensen will have a talk with his pitcher as we step away here. Tigers still trail Gilbert with the score of 5-2. Next show is a quick mound visit, so we will stay here.
Number 11, Landon Peterson.
Well, look at the reach 16 viewers on the night. Thank you everybody for watching tonight. Everybody who can't be here at the ballpark, thank you for watching no matter where you are. We love your support for all of our sporting events. As now the third baseman Landon Peterson steps to the plate here with Essick on second and 2 away, as Essick takes his lead. Peterson 0 for 1 on the night with a fly out. And Peterson will call time here.
A little bit too long there. Just a couple of legs. Back in Essick.
And the first pitch to Peterson is in the dirt for ball 1. Gave us struggling here a little bit, trying to find the strike zone. And the 1-0 pitch is just out inside on Peterson as he backed away. It looked like it was coming back there. And the 2-0 pitch, and Essick looked like he was going to take off, but now he'll go back to second base here. And that was a ball there, so it'll be now 3 balls and no strikes to the third baseman Landon Peterson. Peterson looking for the 4-pitch walk as he shows bunt. And the pitch is outside, so Peterson will work the walk here. And that'll put Peterson on first and Essick still on second with 2 away as the Tigers try to continue this 2-out rally here that they got going.
Number 6, Trey Tassel.
As now the right fielder Trey Tassel steps up here with 2 away. As Tassel went down on strikes in his last at-bat. As Yeva checks Essick at second, and the first pitch to him is inside for ball 1. I think the strike zone's definitely kind of closed since the first couple of innings. It was more wide open in the first 2, and now it seems like it's closed a little bit more, as that one is just catching the lower corner for ball 1, or strike 1.
Strike zone has gotten a little bit tighter since the first inning. It's fluctuated just a little bit back there.
And the 1-1 pitch is Peterson takes a lead, and that one's grounded over to first base. Second base, Groundwinkle gloves it, throws to first, and that's in time. So the Tigers strand 2 on 2 hits as Gilbert still leads Carroll with a score of 5-2 headed into the top of the fourth.
No errors in the bottom of the third for Carroll. After 3, the score is Gilbert 5, Carroll 2. Leading off the top, number 3, Braden Howard.
Howard, McGuire.
9-hole hitter Howard steps in here in the top of the fourth as it's 9-1 and 2
Always a pleasure.
here for Gilbert.
Ballpark here. Merchants Park in Carroll. Opened up in 1949
As
on the Carroll Merchants.
Peterson comes in here as bunt shown, but pulls it back, and that'll be inside for ball 1. Rose still out there after having not the greatest of third innings, as he gave up 5 runs, and that one's grounded to third. Peterson in and field it, throws it to first, and that's in time for out number 1. Peterson able to read the bunt and find.
Still no action in either bullpen. Actually, scratch that. It looks like Matt Zaz is warming up in the
Some bullpen action for Gilbert as Matt Zaz up there warming up for Gilbert. As now center fielder McGuire takes strike number 1.
Tommy probably has the hottest bat on the team right now. 2 for 2 tonight and had 2 triples.
McGuire 2 for 2 on the night so far, as the 0-1 pitch to him is downstairs for a ball, and that's 1-1.
500, 618 on base, and 7 RBI.
And the 1-1 pitch is low, and that brings the count 2 balls and 1 strikes to Tommy McGuire. Gets the sire, rocks, fires. That one swung on and grounded to second, and that gets past Tedrow, and that'll be 3 for 3 for McGuire after that single. Yeah, just solid contact off the bat, and Tedrow playing more towards first base, not able to come up with it. And that will be a single for McGuire, as that brings him now 3 for 3, and now right fielder Short steps up and throw over before the bat starts. And that will not be in time as McGuire gets back. And the first pitch to Short is swung on and fouled back but that'll be strike 1.
Jackson Gross had Short out in front of the lead over at first.
And McGuire takes off, throw down by Essick, wide and not in time, so McGuire will earn the stolen base there. And that'll also be ruled a strike 2. Gross checks McGuire at second. The throw home is shot into center fielder. Mason Stitz going back and making the play. Tag up by McGuire. The throw in, and not in time as McGuire will tag up and be in there safely. And actually, I think they're saying he left early there. So the Tigers would take advantage on that one as Coach Gall arguing that one and not happy as he goes to talk with the umpire, has a few words, but he thought that McGuire took off on time, but I guess he took off early. So no runs on one hit in the inning as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Gilbert still leading Carroll with a score of 5-2. Check over at the softball fields here real quickly as Tigers fall to Gilbert in 6 innings, 14-0. So the Tigers will drop to, I think, 0-6 on the year. As now Carroll will send the 6, 7, 8 hitters to the plate as Braxton Liu, the first baseman, steps up 0-for-1 with a strikeout as he grounds that one to short. Glove by Eldred, throw to first in time. So that will be the first out of the inning. Good job by Eldred to trot over there, make the throw, and then kind of sidearm that one over to first, and Lou not able to beat it out.
Half a step at most.
So one away here in the inning as now the second baseman Carson Tedrow will step up to the plate. And the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Tedrow a little late on that pitch. And the 1-1 is just catching the edge there for strike two.
Gilbert comes into tonight with a record of 5-3. Carroll with a record of 3.
And the payoff pitch is just downstairs, and that'll bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gilbert crowd thought that one was strike 3. It was close.
With one away in the inning, Talon Crandall on deck as that one kicks up some dirt there for ball 2.
Carson Tedrow waits on deck to use the tail end of that 3-string strikeout in the second.
And the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So Tedrow goes down swinging for out number 2.
Number 9,
And the DH, Talon Crandall, will step up here with 2 away. 0-for-1 on the night with a pop out to Yeva, the pitcher, in the second. And the first pitch to Crandall is outside for ball 1.
Gotta eat that Cliff Bar I have in my backpack.
And the 1-0 pitch is in there for called strike 1.
Stomach is screaming at me.
And the 1-1 to Crandall is high and inside for 2 balls and 1 strike.
Session is here at Merchants Park is closed in the building. It looks like people are going over to the softball field.
And the 2-1 pitch is just catching that bottom outside corner. So even the count, 2 balls, 2 strike. Seems like the strike zone's been kind of going back and forth with being closed and now a little bit more open here. And that 2-2 is swung on over to Eldred, and the throw over is not gloved, so that'll be an error as Crandall will reach there as they're actually going to score it as a hit for Crandall.
Sturgill couldn't quite dig it out of the
Number 1, Chase Shable.
So with 2 out and Crandall on first, that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Chase Shable.
That is the third Carroll interview.
Shable worked to walk his last at bat here, as Leva's first pitch is swung on and miss. Actually, they're going to say Shable got a piece of it first, but it's still strike one as you get him on the fastball. And the 0-1's popped up over to second base. And Groundwinkle will have that for out number 3. So Carroll Strand's one-on-one hits as Gilbert still leads Carroll 5-2 headed into the top of the 5th.
No errors for the Tigers at the bottom of the 4th. After 4.
So Sturge, the first baseman, will step up here in the top of the 5th, as it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters.
Another picture-perfect night of baseball here.
And the first base, Sturgill, is swung on and shot into center fielder. Stitz going back, and he'll make the catch. That one definitely hit hard out of the center, but Stitz just having to drop back and turn his hips and go back and make the catch there, and there's one away. So Ian Eldred, the shortstop, will step up here with one away here at Historic Merchants Park here. As we got varsity baseball action here, as Gilbert leads the Tigers still 5-2. Is that shot over to Peterson, and they're gonna say dropped it, but the throw over as Eldred didn't run, and he's gonna be tagged out. Interesting sequence of plays there. Peterson, I think, caught it, but then as he was going to show the ball, he dropped it. But Eldred thought he caught it, so he didn't know anything about it. And then as the umpire called it, Eldred tried to run, but then Peterson was up quick and threw it over there and eventually gets the out, but throws it wide, and Lou had to tag him for the second out. As the first pitch is in there for a strike on Blake Bell, the catcher.
Bell is hitting the baseball well right now.
As Gross trying to get out 1-2-3 in this inning, as that one's high for ball 1.
Should be going to continue. Matt Zaz awaits on deck.
As we approach the 8 o'clock hour here, and temperature's starting to drop here a little bit here at Merchants, here in Carroll. As we're still down, still at about 75.
Thank you to Carroll Activities Director Randy Beeson for giving us.
And that pitch is inside, as that'll bring the count 3 balls, 1 strike. As the lights come on here, and the blue sky's starting to fade away as the hazy clouds come in from the west, as that'll be a walk, as that's inside on Bell. So Bell trots over to first, and that'll bring up Matt Zaz, the third baseman, who was warming up in the bullpen earlier. As now Joey Pythron will step out to courtesy run again for the catcher Bell. And the first pitch to Zaz is in there for strike 1. Saws trying to keep this
Zaz is grounded to
top
the
the
double
fifth
play.
inning alive here.
Single last time, I believe. His was the
And
one
the
that
0-1
was
is
skied
upstairs
to
for
right,
ball
but
one.
Found the grass. Got 1-1 on him now. The name of the game of baseball is Hit It Where They Ain't. You'd be like Ian Eldred
And Gross's 1-1 pitch is also upstairs once again for a ball two.
Who skies it straight in the air and it lands in no man's land out in right field.
Zaza hitting his last AB, just able to drop it in front of Trey Tassel as Tassel's able to miss the dive. Python takes off, throw down by Essick, not in time. So Python will get the steal there. And that will be a ball, so that'll bring the count 3-1 to Zaz with Python on second base after the stolen base. Gross's 3-1 pitch is swung on and to shallow left field as Shable comes on and will make the catch. So Gilbert strands one, and the score still holds. Gilbert 5, Carroll 2 here at Merchants Park.
Runs on no hits and no errors.
So Yeva still out on the bump for Gilbert as the Tigers will send forth the top half of the order. And the leadoff man, Gross, will trot to the plate.
Number 3, Jackson Gross.
Top of the order, bottom of the fifth for Carroll. Gross, Stevenall.
Carroll's trying to start a rally here, trying to make this game a little closer.
Matt Zaz was warming up in the bullpen earlier.
And don't know how long Yeva will be in this one. If Carroll has another inning like they did the third, as Zaz was out there in the bullpen earlier, but Yeva's still out there, and nope, Zaz is not warming up in the bullpen. And the first pitch was a strike, and that one's grounded to short. Aldred throws over and in time. So Gross grounds out to start the inning, and now up to bat is a shortstop, Stone Siebenauer, with one away. Siebenauer hit on the wrist in his last AB and came around to score after being hit by a pitch. And the first pitch to him is called strike one. Curveball coming in on the inside of Siebenauer.
On the road again tomorrow in Mason City.
Swung on, and the center fielder as Tommy McGuire comes on and makes the catch, and there is 2 away.
And then finally the Tigers are back home after a 2-week road trip.
Number 12,
They will host the winter set in a doubleheader on Monday.
So with 2 away now, Carter Essick will stride to the plate here as Yeva's gotten a couple quick outs here. As the first pitch is a called strike one on Carter Essick, as now the strike zone seems to have expanded now once again. as that one is in the dirt and bounces back to the backstop for ball one.
Essex had that 2-run single to get Carroll's only tally.
Essex last AB was a 2-run single in the third inning, but Essex was able to advance to second as Howard was not able to pick it up on his first try. And the 1-1 is high, so it'll bring it 2 balls and 1 strike to Carter Essex.
8:07 p.m. local time here in Carroll. Beautiful night for a ball.
And the 2-1 is downstairs, so that'll run the count 3 balls, 1 strike to Carter Essex with 2 away and nobody on here in
Gilbert's been pretty lucky
the 5th inning.
Dodged some rain since that opening night rain out against Pleasantville. That one's on the ground.
And that one's on the ground to third. Zaz throws it over and in time. So Yeva sets him down in order as Gilbert still leads Carroll 5-2.
Go to the 6th. It remains no rely. Carroll 2 here. Here versus Hart. Carroll Howard, bottom of the order, top of the 6th.
Grauwinkle, Howard, and McGuire's. Grauwinkle, Yeva, and Howard set to step up here as the first pitch is a ball. First pitch ball inside on Grauwinkle as he showed bunt, and the 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit high into left field as Shable comes on and makes the catch, and there's 1 away.
Number 27, Micah Leva.
And here comes Micah looking to help his own cause. We'll see if he comes back out in the 6th.
Gave the pitcher up now as that's popped up high in the air as Gross calls off Peterson there, as Peterson was still coming, but Gross will make the catch on his own, and there's 2 away. So a couple of quick outs here for Jackson Gross.
See if Braden Howard can get a rally started here. Or this might be Cooper Mitchell coming in. It is number 0, Cooper Mitchell.
And we'll get a new batter here, and pinch hitting for Howard is number 0, Cooper Mitchell, a sophomore, with 2 away and nobody on.
Cooper Mitchell did get a pinch hit appearance in the second game of the doubleheader on Monday. Batting for left fielder Braden Howard.
So Mitchell in there now for Howard in the 9 spot, and the first pitch to him is just high and outside for ball 1. Gross almost able to get that one to come back inside, but not able to get it fully through.
Here's the 1-0.
And the 1-0 is a call, strike 1 on the high and outside. As that one just catches the outside upper corner. And 1-1 is popped up in the air as Siebenthaler calls off everybody, and he will make the catch. So Gilbert goes down in order, but they still lead Carroll with a score of 5-2 headed into the bottom of the 6th.
No, it's a no.
So to lead off the bottom of the 6th here for the Tigers is Landon Peterson with Tassel on deck and Braxton Liu in the hole for the Tigers as Yeva still out there as the first pitch to Peterson is in the dirt for ball 1. Yeva's still out there pitching as nobody's up in the bullpen once again as that 1-0 is fouled back, but it was able to be caught for strike 1.
Peterson is 0 for 1, but did by walk his last time.
And the 1-1-2 Landon Peterson is upstairs for ball 2.
Trey Tassel awaits on deck. 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
And the 2-1 home is upstairs once again, so that'll run the count 3 balls and 1 strike to the third baseman, Landon Peterson.
Michael Leva, if a runner were to get on base.
And Yeva's 3-1 home. Catches the outside, and that'll run the count full. Ooh.
Big pitch coming up here.
And the payoff pitch from Yeva is upstairs, and Peterson knew it, so Peterson will work the walk to start the inning. So 1 on and nobody out as the right fielder, the left-hander Trey Tassel, strides to the plate.
Second one drawn by Peterson.
Tigers trying to make a late game comeback here as they're running out of time as they only have one more chance to bat here after this half inning.
He's getting a big lead. He's shuffling his feet.
As Peterson gets his lead and the first pitch to Tassel is fouled back for strike 1. Yeva takes a look over at Peterson, who gets his lead and fires it home. And Tassel swings at that one for strike 2. And Peterson decides not to take off.
They've thought about stealing a few times, but have held up.
Carroll normally more aggressive on the base paths, but I don't think we've taken a chance at a steal, like a regular steal, once tonight. And the 0-2 pitch to Tassel is inside, so that'll bring the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the Gilbert faithful didn't like that one, as they thought Yeva got the K there, but still Tassel out there with a 1-2 count. As Peterson shuffles and decides not to take off, so that'll even the count 2-2 as that one kicks the dirt up.
Awaits on deck. 0 for 2 with the strike.
Yeva's payoff pitch once again as Peterson takes off, and that one's shot into right field. As Short will make the catch, and Peterson will have to scamper back to first base as there's one away.
And that makes Tassel 0 for 3 on the F9.
So 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th as now the senior first baseman Braxton Liu steps to the plate. Braxton Liu hitless all night, but looking to turn that around and advance Peterson and maybe score him here. As the first pitch to Lou is in the dirt, and that'll get away from Bell. And Peterson will take off. He's headed for, he turns for third, but won't take off. As Peterson thought about taking off for third, as Bell couldn't find the ball at first, as he made a really big turn and got almost halfway between second and third, but Coach Lucan tells him not to, and he will step back over to second base, but will advance to second on the wild pitch.
This at bat regarding his pitching staff.
And the 1-0 count to Braxton Liu as the second pitch to him comes home. That's swung on, and that'll get through. That's a base hit. And Peterson won't score as he kind of took off late, but there is runners on the corners here with one away.
Coach Gall is not moving from the dugout.
Yeah. Coach Jake Gall decides to leave his sophomore pitcher out there.
Fourth hit of the night for Carroll.
As now Carson Tedrow, who's hitless tonight, will step forward with only one out. Infield still playing him straight up, as I would look to bunt here if I was Coach Josh Lucan. And that one is in the dirt for ball one to Tedrow. Yeah, I think it'd be a smart play here if you're Coach Lucan to try to get a bunt and to try and advance Braxton Liu and see if you could score Peterson. As Liu gets a pretty good lead off of first base, and Leyva will step off, and Liu will step back over there.
I gotta give credit to the Carroll students.
The Carroll faithful will definitely chirping at Leyva tonight.
Throw to second.
It's not in time. So good throw there by Bell, but Liu able to dodge the tag there by Eldred, and he will be safe. So now there's runners in scoring position, but that was a strike on the last pitch. As now here comes Jake Gall for another mound visit.
Great effort by Eldred, but Liu just got around that.
Yeah, good job by Braxton Liu. I mean, the throw definitely beat him there, but somehow able to dodge the tag there by Ian Eldred, as Eldred thought he got him, and so did everybody here wearing a Gilbert shirt or attire, but was not in time, says the
Tedrow has struck out both times.
So 1-1 count on Tedrow with one away. As Peterson takes his lead off of third, Liu off of second, as the corners will come in to try to protect the bunt. And the 1-1 swung on, grounded over to third. That'll get Zaz, and that's not in time. No throw as Peterson will score, and Tedrow will be at first base. So it'll be now 5-3 as Carroll's starting to show some signs of life here late.
It just squid past his glove.
Good little dribbler there by Tedrow as that just gets past Zaz. He was able to knock it down, but not able to get up and get a throw over, as that'll be ruled a hit, as now the DH Talon Crandall steps up with one away and one in scoring position. As the Carroll faithful start to wake up and get loud here as they try to give the Tigers some momentum, as they're now only trailing by 2. And the first pitch to Talon Crandall is downstairs for ball one, as the student section starts to become more alive here for the Tigers.
3 runs on 5 hits.
As Yeva's starting to show some signs of fatigue as he checks Liu at second base. And the 1-0 is in there for a called strike one.
Chase Shable on deck is 1.
Shable awaiting his turn on deck, and then it's back to the top of the order with Gross. As Yeva's 1-1 home is in the dirt. Good block there by Bell, not letting the runners advance, but it is now a 2-1 count to the sophomore DH Talon Crandall. Crandall 0-2 on the night with a pop out and a strikeout. And the 2-1 home is just outside, so that'll run the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. As Yeva definitely having some problems here, as he's definitely showing some fatigue, not finding the strike zone. But it seems like the strike zone has definitely been kind of going back and forth between innings, as it's kind of more tight, and then it kind of opens back up some more in the next half inning. So definitely a mixed strike zone as Yeva checks the runner, and the 3-1 home is right down the middle for strike 2, so that'll even up count at full.
Full count, 1 away, runners on first and second, a restless crowd.
3-2 count as the runners take their leads off, and it ends home, and it's in the dirt. So Crandall works the walk there, and the bases are juiced. So hold on here, folks, with 1 away.
He points to Zaz.
As now
That's going to be it for Michael.
Coach Gall will make the pitching change, and we'll see who it is here when we come back. Test. Hey, buddy. Got a pretty good game going here. Surprised you're not going to play softball. Oh, did you guys win?
We played at 6.
I don't know. You should pick guys to see if you beat a bunch of high schoolers. Is Matt Zaz as he'll move over from third as Gilbert moves a couple players around here. So Chase Shable strides in as the Tigers look to tie this one up here with 1 away, and the first pitch to Shable is swung on and fouled back to the screen.
Zaz's pitching numbers so far on this season: 3 appearances, 6 innings, 1 run, 4 strikeouts.
And the 0-1 pitch swung on, and it's going to be foul off the plate, they say.
Late call from the plate.
And that will be strike 2. Shable thought it was fair, and so did everybody else, but I think it might have just bounced foul and then kind of caught some backspin forward. Zaz looking for his first K of the evening as he sets, rocks, and fires. As Shable pops that one out into shallow center, and it's down. 1 run will score, and that'll be a 1-out RBI for Chase Shable, and it's now 5-4, and only 1 out. As the Tiger faithful start to get rowdy over there on the third base side. As we're now back to the top of the order with Jackson Gross. Gross looking to give Carroll the lead here as the first pitch to him swung on and shot over to third. And they'll say that Tedrow just gets back in time.
He wants a word.
As that was a great diving play by Short, and they're going to say that, and they're going to get we're gonna get a meeting here between the umpires as Coach Gall thinks Short got to the base in time, and they're gonna say that he didn't. It was definitely a very close play as Tedrow was almost picked off as Short made a diving leap towards the base. But they're going to say that Tedrow got back just in time. So with 2 away now, Stone Siebenthaler strides to the plate. Tigers still trail 5-4. And first pitch is upstairs for ball 1.
Every run in this game scored the third.
And the 1-0 pitch to Siebenthaler is swung on and popped back foul. One on Siebenthaler as Zaz fires it home, and that one catches the corner for strike 2. Siebenthaler trying to keep the Tigers alive here, and the 1-2 is fouled out of play, so Siebenthaler is still battling with Tedrow on third, Crandall on second, and Shavel over at first. Carroll still trailing Gilbert 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th, 2 out. Carroll with 6 hits and 1 error on the night. Gilbert with 7 hits and no errors. Zaz just came on in the inning, and the payoff pitch from Zaz. He rocks, fires, as that one's upstairs, so that'll even the count 2-2. Carter Essick in half gear over on deck, awaiting his turn potentially if Siebenthaler gets on. That one swung on and into center. It's hit well. McGuire running back, and he makes the catch. And Gilbert holds on to it here as the Tigers get 2 across as we head to the 7th. Tigers still trail Gilbert 5-4.
After 6, it is Gilbert 5, Carroll 4.
So situation here, Tigers made it a 1-run game. And top of the order here for Gilbert is Gross still out there as the bunt down. McGuire hustling to throw over. Not in time. So McGuire goes 4 for 4. As he'll advance on the bunt there, and that'll be scored a hit. So infield hit to start the inning here for McGuire, as now Alden Short, who moved from right over to third, will bat as McGuire gets the lead off, and both guys showing bunt here early, just trying to play some small ball, as that one is a strike. As Gilbert definitely has the speed advantage here. Everybody on their team very quick, as that one's upstairs for ball 1. As Gilbert trying to strike back and put some insurance on here and end the Tigers' momentum, as that one's in the dirt, and Essick kind of faked out like he didn't have the ball to see if McGuire was going to run, but he does not. So that brings the count now 2 balls, 1 strike to Alden Short to the left, the third baseman now, with Zaz moving into pitch. As that one is grounded foul, just misses the line.
Stone cold standing still, Coach Gall.
So that'll even the count 2-2.
That man is unflinchable. On a screamer earlier in the game, chest high. The 2-2.
And the 2-2 called strike 3. So Gross gets the crutch out here and gets the K on short, and there's one away. As now Trip Sturgill, the first baseman, steps in, who grounded out but got the RBI in his last at bat. As now Gross checks the runner and throws over, but not able to get in there. And McGuire fakes like he's going to take off, but that one's inside for ball one. Gross looking to get out of this inning and put the Tigers back on the bats as that one's popped foul. Lou giving chase, and it's out of play. And into the stands. Lou looked like he had a beat on it, but it definitely wouldn't have, as that one was way up in the top row of the stands. As that now evens count 1-1. As McGuire's going to take off. Throw down by Essick is not in time. As McGuire will go 3 for 3 now on stolen bases. And he'll move into scoring position with one away. And a 2-1 count on Trip Sturgill.
Showing amazing hustle, amazing defense in center field.
As Gross now fires the 2-1 home, and that one's upstairs, and it's now 3-1.
Cleanup man Ian Eldred is on deck.
Eldred, the shortstop, awaits on deck here as Gross fires the 3-1 home, and that one is called strike 2 on the inside, and that runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. A strikeout here for Gross would be huge, and they're going to say that that's a balk on Gross, so McGuire will advance to third on the balk.
So now all Sturgill needs to do
and now Coach Lucan arguing the call, not sure about that one, as that was definitely a costly mistake, as now McGuire's only 90 feet away, and there's a 3-2 count on Sturgill. And the 3-2 is hit into right field very well. Tassel going back, and he caught it, but McGuire will score as the throw is not in time, and Gilbert extends their lead now 6-4 on the sac fly from Sturgill. So Carroll will have some work to do here in the bottom half, as they'll be down at least 2 runs here if the score stands as is. As Eldred strides to the plate now to try to keep this inning alive and get some insurance runs. Still nobody up in the Carroll pen tonight. And the first pitch to Eldred is in the dirt for ball 1. I would have thought between about the 5th and 6th inning, Coach Lucan would have had somebody up, as Gross was definitely struggling after that 3rd inning. But still confident in his junior pitcher, as the 1-0 is in the dirt, and that brings the count to 2-0. But I'm honestly not sure who Coach Lucan would throw, as Siebenthaler's, I think, started 3 of the past 6 games here, and Crandall started the other 2. And I'm not sure if Gross started 1, as that one's out inside and low for ball 3. Eldred working the walk here, and the 3-0 is in there for strike 1. 3-1. Will Gall give him the go sign, and he swings, and that one shot deep into left is foul. Eldred definitely got all of that one, as that one was short of the fence by about 5 feet, almost able to get out, but not able to be foul there, as it just is like 2 feet foul. So that'll even the count now to 4.
108-foot home run to the pole out and right. One of the shortest home runs in Major League history. Full count 2 away.
And the full count swung on, grounded over to short. Siebenthaler charges, fires. Eldred is out at first, and Gilbert does not like that. So Gilbert scores 1, and Carroll will have some work to do here with the last chance of the game here as they still trail 6-4.
We go to the bottom of the 7th.
Go, Gilbert! Go!
So Zaz looks to get the 5-out save here for Gilbert, and Carroll looks to rally and get a walk-off here, and that would be a sweet ending to this Wednesday night here.
Matt Zaz is going to try for the 5-out save.
As now the 3, 4, and 5 hitters will come to the plate with in Essex, Peterson, and Tassel.
Chris Sturgill had a save.
As the first pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1, as Coach Beeson, as our athletic director Randy Beeson escorts a Gilbert fan out of the stadium, as that's popped up high in the air and is eventually caught as Yeva makes the catch there and wasn't sure who was going to get it.
Number 11, Landon Peterson.
So Essex flies out to right, and now it brings up the third baseman Peterson with 1 away. And the first pitch to him is a called strike 1 on the outer half left strike zone. As Zaz looks to preserve the save here. And that one is swung on and missed for strike 2 as Peterson gets behind the curve. And it's now 0-2 to Peterson with 1 away. Zaz looking for the K here, fires, and it's inside on Peterson as he ducks down and takes ball 1.
We'll call it first under the top of the 7th. Eldred thought he hustled down infield single. Was called out. Eldred couldn't believe it.
Zaz payoff pitch here once again is downstairs and in the dirt, and that'll even count 2 balls and 2 strikes to the third baseman Landon Peterson, as he'll retighten his gloves and get set back in the batter's box, as Trey has to get the hack over on the on-deck circle awaiting his turn. And Zaz payoff once again, and called strike 3, as Bell's able to get the frame there, and there's 2 away.
First strikeout tonight for that clock. Number 6, Trey Tassel.
And Trey Tassel strikes to the plate here with 2 away, as Braxton Lua waits on deck, trying to get a chance as the first pitch is fouled and out of play to Tassel for strike 1. Tassel trying to get on base and give Braxton Lua a chance here, and maybe hopefully get some more base runners. As Zaz kicks, fires home. That one is inside on Tassel for ball one. Matt Zaz looking for the save here as he throws the 1-1 home. And that one's upstairs barely for ball two. So situation here, 2-1 count to Trey Tassel, 2 out, nobody on. Gilbert still leads 6-4. And the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Carroll down to their last strike of the evening. Zaz looking for the K and the save. Trey Tassel looking to extend this game a little bit more. As Zaz shaking off everything that Bell throws at him. Now he gets a sign, fires it home, and he gets the K. And the Tigers fall here at home. But the final score 6-4. So Carroll drops to 3-4 on the season, and Gilbert improves to 6-3. And Carroll's next 3 games will be back home tomorrow against Denison, then back-to-back road games at Sioux City East and Bondurant. And then over at Gilbert, they will head to Mason City tomorrow, and then back at home for a doubleheader against Winterset on the 9th, and then Pella on the 10th. Thank you, everybody, for watching. My name is Jackson Kerrigan. Have a great rest.